This video is made possible by our loyal Patreon supporters. Visit patreon.com/Psychetruth.
I have tons of awesome videos already ready for you. You can join me on Amazon Prime Video. Be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Follow us on social media for tips, tutorials, giveaways, and daily inspiration. Hey, welcome. Today I have a very special yoga plus HIIT workout for you. We're also going to have a little bit of core at the end, so if you're looking to target some belly fat or you want to tone your midsection, we're going to definitely get there. But in today's HIIT, we're also going to sculpt our shoulders and our upper back. And whenever we're working with our lower body and our upper body, that just revs up our metabolism even more. So this video is packed with a ton of great burning exercises in a short amount of time so that we can be super duper efficient with our workout. I'll offer you a lot of modifications as you go along, and we're gonna get started right here, standing. So as you come on to the top of your mat, just take your arms out and then cross your elbows up overhead and then lift your rib cage. So you're really pulling the rib cage up and out of the lower back. I'm just gonna take a little tick-tock over to your left, stretching through the outside seam of your right shoulder. Great, and then we're gonna lift up and over. Should feel really good to stretch the side seams of the body. Let the armpits breathe a little bit. Wonderful. And then just take the arms across the body and pull the elbows back. So across the body and pull the elbows back. And you're going to switch which arm is on top, just warming up some of the muscles that we're going to be using today. Shoulder strength and stability is so important for your yoga practice, and everybody wants their arms to look nice and toned. So we're not only doing great work for our upper body in terms of strength, but we're also targeting some of those areas that can be a bit tough to get moving. All right, and then just take the arms in circles. So we're just looking for full range of motion here. Soften the elbows. We'll have plenty of time to get super fierce and strong, but right now you're just looking for fluid motion. And then take it in the opposite direction, sort of like you're doing a backstroke. Just notice if there's any areas of your shoulders that are clicking, or if there's any tightness right away. That might be an indication later that you're going to want to modify. Great. Now come to the top of your mat, reach up, and then soft knees, forward fold, drop your head. Let the back of your neck unzipper all the way so the top of your head really hangs down. And then glide your hands to your shin bones, halfway lift. Pay special attention to the upper back, so the knees might stay bent for this first halfway lift. Great. Fold again, drop the hands, and then step back to high plank. You're going to soften the knees here, shift the hips up and back, and then come into a bent knee, downward facing dog. Look for structure and stability in the arms, especially through the base knuckles of your hands, in your fingers, so that you are even from palm to palm. And then let's just stretch out the back line of the legs. Press your left heel low, bend your right knee deeply. Even though we're going to target the upper body today, we still definitely are going to do a lot of lower body work. So we're just giving the legs a little stretch. Switch sides and press your right heel low. Both of your hands are pressing down into your yoga mat. Good. Then both heels low, sit bones lift, and feel as though there's structure in the shoulders, but the heart can melt a little bit so your ears are in line with your upper arm bones. Good. Before we get started with our HIIT, we're just going to warm up with some Sun A. On your inhale, look forward. On your exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Take a halfway lift, again, paying special attention to the upper back. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. And then on the exhale, fold. Stamp down through the feet on your next breath in. Reach all the way up. Stretch long in the side bodies. And then exhale, forward fold all the way down. Drop your head. Halfway lift your chest as you breathe in. Step back to high plank and lower to your belly. You can always touch down with your knees first, and through this entire video, anytime that a plank pose becomes a little too much, feel free to drop your knees. Take a little baby cobra, draw the elbows in, lift your chest, heart is forward. And then rock it back to child's pose just to lubricate the hip joint, just to feel some fluid motion. Great. Inhale to tabletop, press into your palms, find that connection to earth, and then tuck your toes, press back, downward facing dog. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. Let's do that one more time. Breath to movement. Look to your hands and then travel to the top of your mat. Halfway lift your chest, heart is forward, shoulder blades back. Forward fold, drop your head all the way. Root into your feet, rise all the way up, stand and reach. Forward fold all the way back down. Halfway lift, flatten your spine. And then plank pose. And take that journey all the way down to your belly. And again, your knees can always touch down first. A little baby cobra, press down through the tops of your feet. Take your shoulder heads back. And then on the exhale, rock it back to child's pose. Inhale up to tabletop, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great. We'll stretch the legs a little bit before we get into our first round of HIIT. So step your right foot forward and come into a little lunge stance. And if you're feeling tight in your right hip today, heel toe your right foot wide, come up onto your finger pads. Draw the belly in and up and broaden your chest forward. Good. Take another breath in, a lot of strength through the back leg, and then on your breath out, plant your left hand, reach the right arm up, and then take your hand to your sacrum. Continue to draw the shoulder blade back onto your back body. Turn the heart. Good, and the exhale, drop the hands, step back to downward facing dog. Let your neck shake out a little bit. And we'll take the other side. The left foot steps forward. Again, you can heel toe it a little bit wide. Strong in the back leg, heart moves forward. So notice if you're dumping down into the pelvis, make sure to lift up, broaden the chest. Another breath in. On your breath out, seal the right palm down, loop the left arm up, and then take your hand to your sacrum. So you're pulling a nice long neck from your shoulder to your ear, and then turn the heart. Still strong in the legs. One more breath in. And on your exhale, plant your hands, step back to down dog. Great. From downward facing dog, take a full breath in, a full breath out. Come down to tabletop, and we're going to move into our first round of HIIT. So we'll be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. We're going to do 2 exercises in an alternating pattern. So it'll be shoulder taps and tabletop extensions. Anytime that the shoulder taps get a little bit intense, know that you can always come down to your knees. All right, so from this tabletop, tuck your toes, come to a high plank. Your feet will be about hips width distance, and we'll begin 20 seconds on. Just tap, tap, tap. Opposite hand to opposite shoulder. The legs are energized here, and we're trying to minimize any movement in the pelvis. So a lot of core strength as well as shoulder and chest stability as well. You're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Take a little cat-cow. 10 seconds rest. That goes by really fast. Come to tabletop, and then we'll extend opposite arm and leg. Reach right arm, left leg, and back down, and switch. So the goal here is to go as fast as you can while maintaining a strong, stable core. Let your arm bone lift up in line with your ear, so you're activating some of those stability muscles in your shoulder. And as you push your leg out, notice there's some energy from the glute. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Shift back to a child's pose. Plant your forehead. Take 2 deep breaths. Really good. Come on back up. Second set of those shoulder taps, and let's begin. Tap opposite hand to shoulder. The hips are stable. These will get you going really fast. I can already feel my body getting very warm. And when we think about intensity, it is totally subjective to you. So how you are feeling today dictates how you take intensity in your body. It's 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. And if you need to maybe roll the chest in some circles, feel free. You got 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, tabletop extensions. Here we go. Alternate your arm and leg. You're reaching as far as you can go with stability in your core. At this point, you might notice that you're ready for some open mouth exhales, and that's totally fine. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift back 10 seconds in your child's pose. One more deep breath like that. Good. Come on back up. Tuck your toes. Come to your high plank. And let's begin with our shoulder taps. Alternate hand to shoulder. And remember, you can always come down to your knees if this is getting really intense or you're experiencing low back pain. You're almost there. Stay with it. Belly button to spine. Alternate your hands. 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Whew, I can already notice my heart rate and my breath rate are up. Just wag the hips a little bit, soften the elbows. Good. Tabletop extensions, let's go get them. Reach opposite hand and leg. Because we're paying special attention to the upper body today, let your arm come all the way up in line with your ear. Good. Keep your belly in. Four, 3, 2, 1. Shift it back. Just about enough time for 2 deep breaths. Good. Last round, come to tabletop. Resume your plank. Let's begin. Shoulder taps, here we go. Make this your best effort yet. Minimize any rocking in your hips, and that might mean coming down to your knees to do so. Either way, this is still a really strong, very intense exercise for your body, and you're toning your shoulders like crazy. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Tabletop, a little bit of movement side to side or back and forth. Last round of tabletop extensions. Here we go. Opposite arm and leg. So these little tabletop extensions, they look really simple, but they creep up on you because they require you to use a lot of stabilizing muscles. And sometimes we're not quite used to using those as much. You're doing great. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift back to child's pose, and you'll take a few deep breaths. Open mouth exhales are great here. You want the heart rate to slow down just a little bit. And that's really where the magic happens when it comes to intensity and using intervals, is we challenge our heart just for a moment, and then we recover. And right when we think that we're done recovering, we go right back into it. So on your next breath in, come to tabletop, and then shift back to downward facing dog. Take about 1 more breath in downward facing dog. Big inhale. Big exhale. Good. Look to your hands. Step up to the top of your mat. Halfway lift. Fold and bow. Come all the way to a hips width distance chair. And then we'll take squats with arm swings. Okay, so we're gonna come off the planks a little bit, give our shoulders a little bit of a break, but we're still going to use the upper body. Good. So get low in your squat, reach the arms up, and then as you stand, you're gonna pull the arms way back and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So you're looking for broadness across the collarbones. And we'll begin 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. Good. Your stand, and you swing the arms back. Try to keep the elbows relatively straight throughout this exercise. Squeeze the glutes at the top so you get a little extra. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, reach up. Come on down to a plank. So we're going to take traditional push-ups. You're welcome to bring your knees down. We go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower and lift. Down and up. So you want your heart to be in line with your thumbs. If you notice that you're sagging your head, that's an indication to come down to your knees. Draw the belly in. Everything is working. 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew, push-ups are no joke. Come on back up to stand. You got about 7 seconds to get ready for your squats with arm swings. 4, 3, 2, let's begin. Down and up. Yep, my heart rate is definitely jamming right now. It's so important to mix in some cardio with your yoga. Cardiovascular health is number one thing we can do to have a long life and helps us torch calories. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Stand up and reach up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Come to your top of a push-up. 4, 3, 2. Let's begin. Down and up. I can already notice that my shoulders are pretty fatigued, so I might drop down to my knees. Feel free to join me. And what is that like to just take a modification, but still go? Chest is broad. You're doing your best. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, stretch it back for a moment. And then come on up. Round 3, no joke, here we go. Sit low, reach high, and then come up. As you come up, squeeze the glutes and squeeze your shoulder blades. So you're really swinging those arms from the shoulder socket. And if you can, keep your elbows pretty straight. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, reach up. Fold, bow. Halfway lift. Top of your push-up. Let's try half on our toes, half on our knees. We can do this. 4, 3, 2, let's begin. Down and up. Push. Belly is in. One more on the toes. Great, let's do them on our knees. Maybe we can even put a little speed here, but form always comes before speed. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shift back. Last round. Come on up to your squats. Sit low, rise high, and let's begin. So as you're moving, this is not the time for ujjayi breath. This is the time to exhale through an open mouth. You want the heat to leave your body quickly. And you're definitely building a lot of heat. I know I am. I feel sweat, and I can barely get my words out. We're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Great. Reach up. Fold forward. Halfway lift. Last round of push-ups. I will not be sorry to see them go. 4, 3, 2, let's begin. Down and up. Best effort. Strong legs, strong belly, strong chest and shoulders. Yes. Let's do some knees. My body's craving it. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1 more. Yes, child's pose. Sink your hips on back. Soften your elbows. Breathe through an open mouth. In through your nose, out through your mouth. We are working hard on purpose. This is our 30-day yoga for weight loss challenge, which means we have to challenge our body. But it's also good to take a moment to catch your breath. Good. Come to tabletop and shift back to downward facing dog. I want you to pedal out your legs a little bit. We have one more interval coming up, one more set of exercises for you to enjoy, try on, do your best. I know that you can. Okay, we have one more interval coming up, and this is also going to be an A-B format, 2 different exercises. So come on up to your plank and then come down to your knees. And the first exercise is going to be a chaturanga push-up with a locust at the bottom. So what it'll look like is from plank, you'll do that chaturanga push-up so the elbows come narrow to the side bodies, and then you take a little boop, baby locust. And then as you come down, strengthen the legs, push straight up, one strong plank. You can always do this on the knees as well. Chaturanga push-up on the knees, little baby locust, press back up to the knees. All right, and then the second exercise is going to just be a simple forearm plank hold. So as you come here, you can clasp the fists, or you can take the palms down, whatever gives you more strength and stability. You're looking for your elbows to be firm down into the mat, and for your armpits and your hip tips to be in line. All right, so let's start at the top of our push-up. We'll begin in 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Take a little baby cobra, strong legs, press all the way up. Again, all the way down, a little baby locust, the legs will lift too, press all the way up, down, baby locust, press up, one more, down, little baby, press up, knees down, 10-second break. That's usually about enough time to get 2 deep breaths in. Yep, and right on time, here we go. Forearm plank, come down, tuck your toes, strong legs, strong inner thighs, glutes might be smallly engaged. They don't have to be clenching, but you want to feel them. And then draw the belly button up, broaden the collarbones. You've got this. Almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1. Belly down. Hands next to the sides. 4, 3, 2, let's begin. Press up. Chaturanga to the belly. Little baby locust. Strength and stability. Everything in the body is working together. If you notice that the hips are sagging, it's time to put the knees down, but keep moving. Strong legs. One more. Press it up. Ooh. Good, knees down. That is tough, but we're tougher. We can do this. All right, come down to the forearm plank. 20 seconds on. Let's begin. Push into the forearms, broaden your collarbones. I don't want your head sagging. I want the back of your head up in line with your upper back. Gaze to your palms or in front of your mat. You're doing really good. Almost there. Belly's engaged. 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Set your hands next to your smallest ribs. Here we go, third round, best round. Come on up. Lower down. Baby locust. Strong legs. Press up. Lower down. Baby. Press up. Woo. Lower down. Little baby locust. If you need knees, use them. Love them. Just keep moving. Up. Down. Baby. Press up. And all the way down. Great job. Let's set up for the forearm plank. We're moving in there in 4, 3, 2, tuck your toes. Let's begin. Pelvis up in line with the armpits. Broaden your collarbones. Strong legs, belly in. Everything's working together. Full body experience here. There's no escape. Be with yourself. Be with every shake, every quake, every breath. You're almost there. Four, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. 10 seconds. This is our last round. Usually the last round's the toughest round, but you can do it. 4, 3, 2. Let's begin. Press up, lower down, lift. Plant your hands. Press up, lower down, lift. Plant, up, down. Your knees are there for you. Just keep moving. Down. Little, squeeze the shoulder blades. Good, press. Last one. Squeeze and splat. 10 seconds. Last forearm plank. I know you've got this. Push down through your forearms, make strong fists, tuck your toes. 20 seconds, here we go. Strong in your legs, strong in your belly. Let the burn of your muscles be a reminder that you're alive. You have a body that can and will carry you through this. You are stronger than you know. And now you know. 10 seconds. Stay with it. Torching calories, but more importantly, mental stamina. 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. You can bring your forehead down to your forearms. Rock your heels side to side. Deep breath. Breath all the way into the belly, so you can get a really big diaphragmatic breath going on, which helps us calm down our nervous system after big exercise. And then come on up to tabletop. Great, so before we stretch it out, we're just going to do some core. We're gonna do this core a little bit non-traditionally. So if you have a yoga block available, that's great. If you don't, you can always skip it or use a book. And I like to fold my mat in half here so my knees have a little extra cushion. You're gonna come down onto your heels, set the block to your side. I call these core twisters. So the action is pick up the block so you get a rotation in the torso. Stand up on the knees, switch sides. So if this action is too much for your knees, you can do this all from seated. Just encourage the torso twist and get really long in the side bodies through the middle. Otherwise, if your knees are feeling good, get a little extra glute action as well by encouraging the lift. Up and over, up and over, up and over. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. Great. So come on down to your back. We got one more core exercise, and then we are home free. Tabletop your shins over your hips, knees over your hips, shins over your mat, fingertips by your ears, yogi bicycles, you know these ones. Lift your chest, alternate opposite elbow to knee, twist from the torso, and let your shoulder blades come high off the mat. If you want to add a little speed, add a little speed. Most important thing is to keep your belly engaged and lift your shoulders as high up off the mat as they'll go. Continue to breathe. Let's go for 8. Stay strong with it. 4 more each side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Feet down. Knees touch the inside. Lay your arms out like cactus or a soft W, and then just swish the knees. You get little double duty here. It's great to release the hip flexors and a small bit of spinal rotation. Good, slowing down your heart rate. You did really great work today. And then draw the knees to the chest. Give yourself a little squeeze. And Shavasana. There's always time for Shavasana, even if it's just a few moments of rest, even if you're putting your Shavasana at the end of your HIIT workout. Always time for you to breathe. I want you to notice how your body feels right now. I want you to notice how much effort and work you put in to your class, and fill up with gratitude for your effort, for your body. Notice all the endorphins rushing through your body whenever we exercise. Our brain rewards us with a little bath of happy hormones. One more breath. Good, roll to your side. And come to a seat. Great work. That might have been our toughest yoga and HIIT yet, but I know you did a great job. Whenever you take on these challenging classes, you are asking your body to go to a new edge, which is essential. Anytime we have big goals for ourselves, we have to keep pushing our edge. So great work. I can't wait to see you in the next video. And until then, namaste. Today's bonus tip is all about how your body learns. So I'm gonna take it back, way back, all the way to when you were a little baby and you decided one day that it would be a really good idea to get up and walk. Now, if the first time you got up, tried to walk, fell over, right on your little tushy, your mom picked you up and said, you know what? This walking thing is too dangerous. You fell over. I'm just gonna carry you. You would probably be somebody in your 20s or 30s or 40s still being carried around by your mom, right? But she didn't do that. She told you to try again. And that is a really important part of our learning process. Repetition and trying things again. So you've probably heard me talk about how it's totally okay in this series, in any yoga class, in any fitness class, to be a beginner. Because we have to try something and then repeat it, and then repeat it, and then repeat it to get good at it. So one way that our body learns is through repetition. Now, what a fitness instructor or a yoga teacher can help you with is making sure that the repetition of your motion is actually in a healthful way that's going to serve you well. So we want to repeat things with good form often. Repetition is critical if you want to strengthen those brain to body pathways so that when I call a pose, your body immediately knows where to go. So let's say I just say warrior two. Maybe in your brain, you already have a picture of yourself in warrior two because you've done it before and you have sort of a mental image of what that is, as well as the physical sensation of what it is to be in warrior two. When you repeat it, that understanding gets stronger and stronger and stronger. So repeating things is very, very important. Now, it's not the only thing that's important. In addition to repeating things, we also have to try things that are new because we learn through surprise. So maybe one day your little feet decided they could run because it was so much more exciting to run across the house to grab your teddy bear than it would be to walk across the house. And so you tried something new. Surprise is another way that we learn. Some people call it shock, some people call it variety, whatever you want to call it. I call it surprise because it sounds nice. And we learn from repetition and surprise, or our good old-fashioned 80-20 rule. 80% of the things are the same. 20% of the things are new and challenging and different, and it asks us to step up and learn and try once again. Somewhere along the way, I think most adults thought, I have to be good at everything. In fact, I see people all the time that come in to yoga studios and they say, where's the beginner's class? Or they almost apologize for not knowing what they're doing. And they kind of stop. Well, the reality is you're never going to know what you're doing until you try and do it. And that means for the first few times, maybe for the first 10 times or 20 times, you might feel like you're fumbling around a little bit. If you don't allow yourself to fumble, it's sort of like if your mom didn't allow you to fall when you were trying to walk. It's really important to our learning process that we keep our beginner's mind. Our beginner's mind is the willingness to go in and try something that we've never done before without any expectation of perfection, because perfection is impossible. And when we are trying to hold ourselves to some perfect standard, I guarantee you that you are going to stay in a very small comfort zone, my friend. And the only way we grow is to challenge the edges of those comfort zones. So remember, your body is a lot like everybody else's body, and you're still a lot like you were when you were a little baby. If you want to learn something, you have to try it and repeat it over and over and over again. And if you want to learn something new, you have to be willing to embrace the surprise of being a beginner once again. Those are the simple ways that we learn. So how do we translate that into our workouts? It's really easy, and we've actually built it into this course. So remember, your brain and your body are just like everyone else's brain and body. We learn through repetition and surprise. Just like every other human being that learned how to walk one day, you have to get up and try, and you have to try again. Since we're a few weeks in and we're starting to near the end of the program, maybe you started to think about what happens if I plateau? Well, this concept comes into play there. If you do notice that your results are starting to taper off, then it's time to kick it up a notch. It's that 20% that you really need to worry about. Maybe that means trying something new, going for a little bit longer, or increasing your intensity. Those are great ways that you can make sure that you can bust through a plateau if you find that your results are starting to taper off. And once you become really good, then open yourself up to being a beginner again. Raise your hand and say, teach me, I want to learn something new. That way you're always moving forward and you're always feeling like things are interesting, compelling, and you're really in touch with your fitness for the lifelong journey. All right, I'll see you in the next video.
You can stream more full programs and classes right now on Amazon. Click the link below to find Julia Marie Yoga on Prime Video or on the Amazon Wellness Plus channel. Introducing Yoga Plus, offering a free series every month with over 300 different videos. Take control of your health. Work out anytime, anywhere. Yoga Plus. Download now for free.